No one could get near him. Not the vet, not the farrier, not even Mark's own wife. Storm, the horse Mark had rescued from a life of abuse, was a whirlwind of fear and aggression. In the field, he was a ghost, majestic but untouchable. In the stable, he was a coiled spring of panic, his eyes wide with the memory of cruelty. Mark was the only exception. To him, Storm was gentle, a silent giant who would rest his heavy head on Mark's shoulder. Theirs was a bond forged in patience and whispered promises of safety. But that safety was about to be tested. Mark's wife, Eleanor, was pregnant. As the months passed, a new anxiety filled the small farmhouse. How could they bring a baby into a world with an animal so unpredictable? The thought was a cold stone in Mark's gut. The day they brought their newborn daughter Sarah home from the hospital, the air was thick with tension. Eleanor held the baby close, her eyes fixed on the stable door. "Maybe we should keep him away just for a while," she whispered, her voice trembling. But Storm seemed to know. He wasn't kicking the stall or pacing nervously. There was only silence. With his heart pounding, Mark made a decision. He took a deep breath, walked to the stable, and opened the door. Storm stood motionless, watching him. Slowly, carefully, Mark walked back to the house and returned with the tiny bundle in his arms. Eleanor watched from the doorway, her hand over her mouth. He approached the horse, his voice a low murmur. "Storm, I want you to meet someone. This is Sarah." What happened next, no one could have predicted. The huge horse, who would charge at any other stranger, lowered his massive head. He didn't snort or shy away. He simply stood, a statue of stillness. Then, ever so gently, he extended his nose and gave the baby's blanket the softest, most delicate nudge, a breath of a touch. His large dark eye, once filled with terror, was now soft with a profound curiosity and gentleness. From that day on, Storm was no longer just Mark's horse. He was Sarah's guardian, standing watch by her window from the field, a silent, powerful protector. Sometimes the deepest wounds are not healed by time, but by the gentle touch of the smallest innocence.